This process is super complex. Applying to an academy is equivalent of applying to 10 colleges. It's that complex. For all you juniors out there, you're going to graduate in 2023. That's not that far away. Can you believe it? So it is right around the corner. And tonight we're really glad that you've joined us because we're going to discuss your roadmap for how to get into an academy. You are at the beginning of a daunting, overwhelming marathon that will last at least the next 12 months. And so you are doing the right thing by jumping in and getting information and getting tips and getting anything you can to help you get your dream. We're going to do 5 things. 1, we're going to discuss the challenges that you're going to be faced with over the next year. 2, we're going to project a timeline for you at a high level to give you an idea of what you're about to undergo. 3rd, we're going to discuss how academies score application packages. There's a quantitative system for how they score applications. 4th, we are going to give you a call to action. We're going to give you homework. So I'm going to challenge you tonight to do 5 things. And then last, we're going to do Q&A. This is your future. This is important. And you guys have a goal. You have a dream. You're here. Your dream is to get into an academy. And why is that? Maybe it's the prestige or the history and tradition of excellence at the academies. Perhaps it's the premier leadership training that you undergo, the world-class STEM education, the chance to fly. I know a lot of you guys want to become pilots. Opportunity to serve your country, a fully funded education, no college debt. All those are good reasons. All those are solid reasons. I'm an academy grad. I'm genuinely thankful for a lot of those reasons that I went to the academy. In fact, not a day goes by that I don't reap a benefit or two or several from going to the academy. I am genuinely thankful, and that's why we started Academy Endeavors, is to give others the same opportunity that we have. You have some significant challenges ahead of you, and we're going to talk about that for a little bit. First, this process is super complex. Applying to an academy is equivalent of applying to 10 colleges. It's that complex. There are so many deadlines. There's a deadline for everything, seems like, and if you miss one, it's over. Congressional nomination process is unclear. Medical clearance process is intrusive, and it disqualifies 20% of the applicants, by the way. Military interviews are intimidating, especially if you've never interviewed before, which most 17-year-olds have never interviewed in their life, and you'll have an average of 5 of them. 1 congressman for your district, 2 senators, at least 1 liaison officer, and an ROTC interview if you also apply there, which we suggest you do. Fitness test. There's no common app for this stuff. For the other colleges, you have a common app, not for this. But it's also hyper competitive. There's only 4,000 slots roughly across the 5 academies, and that's for 44,000 applicants. That's a 10% acceptance rate. Yet it's a fully funded education, so tuition, room, board, medical, even a stipend. They're going to pay you to go to school. So imagine Ivy League prestige where everyone gets a full ride. And that just means it's going to be hyper competitive. So that's why am I telling you this? 1, strap on and engage tonight, because what I'm telling you to do is serious. I really want you to get in. I want you to get the upper hand. And so you need every advantage you can possibly have. So first, we're going to talk timeline. Okay, that's the next thing we're going to talk about. What should you expect as far as timeline goes? All right, right now it's February 1st, 2022. All right, you're in the spring. And what is the spring? The spring is summer seminar application season. The thing is, you actually attend summer seminar in June, July timeframe. When you get back from that, your applications will open. Okay. Also, you're going to have your congressional nomination applications due. That's going to happen anywhere between, it's different for every congressman and senator, anywhere between October 1st and November 30th. Right after that, you're going to have nomination interviews. Okay, so your nomination interviews are going to occur. Hopefully you get invited for an interview, and that'll occur in the November, December timeframe. In January is usually, December, January is usually when you find out you got a nomination or not. Your academy application itself, in order to turn that in, you're going to be doing the fitness test, essays, letters of recommendation. Okay, there's up to 5 letters of recommendation that you can provide for each of these academies. West Point, it's 4, and they're all mandatory. Naval Academy, Air Force Academy, it's 3 mandatory, and then an additional 2 optional. So they vary a little bit. All of them require a fitness test. All of them require transcripts. All of them require SAT or an ACT, standardized test scores. Guidance counselor verification of your resume, a resume, either uploaded separately or put into the application itself. As soon as you turn in your academy application, most likely that's when your liaison officer interview is going to happen and DODMERB is going to be kicked off. And the DODMERB process could last anywhere between 2 months or 1 month. We've seen as quick as maybe 6 weeks, all the way up until the very last day before you in process, because some folks have complicated medical issues. How academies score applications, all right? There are 10 criteria that they're going to look at in order to see whether you get into an academy or not. The first one is SAT, ACT, your transcript. They're going to look at your transcript. That's second. Next is athletics, non-athletics. Next is your recommendation letters, your essays, your interviews. All right. And then the last 3, it's you either have it or you don't. All right. CFA, did you pass it or did you fail it? Next is your nomination. Do you have it or do you not? And last is your DODMERB. Did you pass the medical process or did you not? These 10 things are weighted and are looked at and are quantitatively scored. So you want to do as good as you possibly can on those 10 things. We're getting into the call to action. This is where Academy Endeavors is going to challenge you and tell you to go do stuff after we get off this call. I want you to do a 1-page resume. You think you know what you've done, but you don't really know until you get it down on 1 sheet of paper and look at it. You need to self-assess yourself and see where the gaps are, see what you're strong at, see what you're weak at, get it all down. All right, second is summer programs, your summer seminar applications. Go to the Academy's websites and apply. Enough said on that. Third is I want you to enroll in ACT, SAT prep. Guys, you got to take this class seriously. Why? We just talked about how the Academy score applications. What was number 1? SAT, ACT, 30 to 40%. And how you're going to do that, we recommend you register now to take the SAT or ACT 3 times before June 30th. Okay, the fourth call to action is tell your 11th grade math and English teacher you're applying to the Academy today and ask them for a letter of recommendation. Now they cannot actually do the letter of recommendation, but you're just giving them a heads up so that when you do ask them later, they weren't caught off guard. I want you to submit this application before 31 August because the academies are rolling admissions, except for Coast Guard Academy. The other big reason why the knock-on effect of submitting before 31 August is you will catch DODMERB when they're not backlogged, which means your DODMERB process and you getting medically cleared will take half the time. Take advantage of the fact that DODMERB doesn't have many medical clearances to review in the early fall versus late fall, winter. If you want to win, submit early. Those that submit early win. So if you're listening to this and you're thinking, you're right, this is really complex. You know what? I want help right now through this whole process because it's super competitive. I want this. I'm all in. We have a one-on-one coaching program. So the next step for you is for you and a parent to book a 20-minute call with us where we can discuss that in further detail. Next is if you're listening to this and you're thinking, you're right, this is really complex, super competitive, I know, but I'm gonna do this myself still. Then for you, we're offering Academy Endeavors Boot Camp. And that is a 2-week intensive where you get all your applications done before your hectic senior year begins. So you don't get your help now because you're going to do it all yourself. But then when the time comes for you to actually do your application, you get professional guidance with a small cohort and a very high energy structured time in late July or early August when you have the bandwidth to knock it out before senior year starts. So who actually reaches out and signs with Academy Endeavors? Well, it's people that really have 3 things. First is they are all in with the academies. They're serious. This is what they want, and they know that they want it. Second is they see the return on investment. They understand that if they do get in, it's a financial game changer for themselves and their family. And then third is they feel disconnected. So that is our calling, to help people that are all in, that understand that this will be worth it, and that they feel disconnected from resources that will help them. And that is what Academy Endeavors is all about. We understand these complexities. I understand applying to the Academy, it's painful. We remember it, and that's why we built Academy Endeavors, is to serve you. And we've been successfully doing this now. So 100% of our clients this year earned a congressional nomination. 100% of our clients last year earned an Academy appointment and or a full ride ROTC scholarship. And there are no shortcuts to success, guys. There are no shortcuts to success. They won it because they outworked their peers, they outsmarted their peers, they had a better game plan, and they executed that game plan.